Hello, my name is Colby Sherwin, and joining me today is Sam Goldberg. On the show, we'll be discussing upcoming RMU events and sports. We'll also be discussing what you can do in the Pittsburgh area this weekend and next week. Tax season is upon us, and the deadline is coming up soon to file for your taxes. Do you have questions about how to file your taxes? Sam is sitting down with Kyle Killian of the VITA site coordinating and manager to discuss the VITA program filling taxes season and how students can help others with their taxes. Sam, what do you have for us?
Thank you so much, Colby. And as Colby alluded to, I'm here with Kyle Killen to join us on today's show. As tax season is coming upon us, talk about the VITA program and stuff like that. But first things first, taxes. It's something that's interesting. Because you got to deal with a lot of money and stuff like that, crunching numbers. So what made you really get into taxes?
I see taxes as like a puzzle almost. There's a lot of gray area in taxes. It's not as black and white as everyone thinks it is. So it's just kind of interesting trying to put it all together and getting the best outcome for either yourself or the person that you're filing taxes for.
Gotcha. And before we jump into what VITA is all about, do you have any tips and tricks for us on just kind of some little tips or secrets for us on how to do taxes or how to gain as much money as possible?
The three key points, three tips that I could give to especially RMU students is one, just be very organized with all of your tax documents. So any W-2s, any letters or anything you receive from the IRS, keep in one centralized location so that when tax season does roll around, you can easily go back to those documents, find them, and then use them to file your taxes. Number two, file your taxes. There's a lot of people that they think it's too much effort or it's too much work. But definitely highly recommend filing because you'll have to owe penalties if you don't file, if you owe money, and if you're eligible for a refund, you won't get it unless you file. And then finally, I would also suggest keeping receipts for books or laptops because those can actually be used for deductions on your taxes as well that could lower the amount you owe.
Gotcha. So obviously now you are a student here, Robert Morris,
yes.
And I know the VITA program, just doing a little bit of research on it, helps students in that way. So
yes.
Can you tell me what is VITA?
VITA is the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, and we help low to moderate income families and individuals, as well as people with disabilities and RMU students. Help them file their taxes. So they bring all their information in. We have a quick interview process to see what maybe credits or what deductions they're eligible for, and then we put all their documents in and send them on their way with their taxes filed.
Gotcha. And is there a certain website that they can go to use VITA, or how do students or those that are eligible go about using VITA?
Anyone that is eligible can go to RMU. If they look up RMU VITA, that's the first link, and you can go and you can schedule an appointment with us. But if you're a student, you can just come directly to the Jefferson Center between the hours. On Monday and Wednesday, you can come from 10 to 12, and then 2 to 4. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, you can come from 2 to 3, and we can file your taxes there.
Gotcha. So is VITA easy to use? How's the process like on going about using VITA?
If you have all your documents, it's an extremely easy process. You come in, and it takes around an hour or less to have all your taxes filed from beginning to end. So you would just need to bring in your ID, your Social Security card, and then, like I said before, any tax documents that you received, and we can get your taxes filed.
Gotcha. Is there a certain money threshold that a certain person is eligible to use VITA?
For individuals filing, single, it's $38,000, and then if you are filing jointly with someone else, then the limit would be $58,000.
Gotcha. And when do you know how did VITA become a program? Can you go into details about how VITA was created and founded?
Well, I don't know when it exactly started, but there just seemed to be a need in communities for especially older individuals that didn't understand how to file their taxes, or they just they wouldn't file because it was a somewhat complicated process. So the United Way actually started the VITA program to help the communities out in their area, and now it's grown to so many sites, especially in the Pittsburgh area. So it's just really a good program that helps benefit the community.
Gotcha. And then for those viewers that aren't students, are there any other possible spots that people can go to use the resource VITA?
Yes. So if you are not an RMU student and you don't want in there, the campus is not, close enough for you from where you live. If you actually dial the phone number 211, then you'll actually be connected with an operator that will schedule you an appointment with the location that's closest to you. Because there's locations in Carnegie, Beaver. They have locations at Pitt, just all around the Pittsburgh area, really. Yeah.
Gotcha. And finally, one last question for you. So VITA plays a big part. Is it just for single users, or can families use it as well? How does that play a part in something like that?
VITA is for everyone. Single individuals, families can file. If you just bring in, your family members' information, we can put that into the system as well. And then it's also for international students. International taxes are obviously a little more complicated than your average taxpayer. So just, everyone's eligible if you just bring in family members, individuals, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for joining me today to talk about taxes and the VITA program. I really hope that was, thank you again for having that information for us and telling us about that. And so the RMU Department of Accounting and Taxation partners with the United Way of Southwestern Pennsylvania to help families get the best tax return possible. Counseling is free for households with up to $58,000 annual income. Appointments can be made online at www.pa211sw.org or by calling 211. Tax advice can be done virtually without an appointment. Get free advice and file soon. After the break, we will discuss upcoming events at RMU this weekend and next week. You won't want to miss it here on RMU Focus.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
I can't wait to get back to field trips with my school.
Not having to think about putting on a mask.
I really can't wait to get back to life, really.
I miss all my friends. I miss taking pictures in school.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
COVID-19 vaccines are available, and they're the first step to safely getting back to things we miss most. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccines.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
It's time to make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccines. The dangerous new Delta variant is more than twice as contagious as the original virus and can affect anyone. Right now, 9 out of 10 hospitalizations and deaths from COVID are among unvaccinated people. Getting vaccinated might save your life, and there's now an option that's fully approved by the FDA. Learn more at getvaccineanswers.org.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say, like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hello and welcome back to RMU Focus. Let's jump into what happened last week at RMU. Last week at RMU, a Creativity at Work workshop took place at Yorktown, the off-campus hotel for students, the other day. Students had the opportunity to sit down with professionals in their respective fields. Students also had the chance to create connections with the industry-leading professionals at the event as well. Last Saturday, Delta Zeta had their annual Rose Ball. It was a fun night filled with music, dancing, and food. There were a ton of raffle prizes given away as well. Finally, in Hopwood Hall, for Women's History Month, the movie Hidden Figures was shown. The event was sponsored by the Society of Women Engineers. Hidden Figures is about 3 pioneering black women who played a central role at NASA in the early 1960s during the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Sheetz in Moon Township was closed for months. It has reopened this past week, and many people in the area are excited to see what's new. Terrion Bell had the chance to visit the newly built store and talk to some people about their thoughts on the location. Let's take a look.
On Thursday, March 24th, Sheetz in Moon Township, PA reopened to the community after a long 6-month closure. Sheetz announced they would be closing for 6 months in September because they were renovating the building. The closure left Moon Township residents and RMU college students without a quick 24-hour place to grab their favorite snacks and foods. While the closure was long, the wait was definitely worth it. When you arrive at Sheetz, you see the renovated building, the gas pumps, and the newly introduced drive-through area. When you walk inside, you see why the renovation took 6 months. First, the interior design of Sheetz is completely different. Snack shelves are moved, the made-to-order station is now a separate kiosk, there's a self-checkout line, and the kitchen was moved to the left side of the building. While we're glad Sheetz is back, the RMU community was taken aback during its hiatus.
I was very sad. That was my favorite place to get gas because it had the cheapest option for me. And then I had to go for like however many months without getting cheap gas. And I was really sad about it.
I was pretty sad, but it probably saved my wallet because I always got snacks when I got gas.
I was very disappointed because I make frequent trips there.
I was really sad because I like to go there to grab some of the snacks and the appetizers.
The closure caused most of them to travel long distances to get daily necessities.
I had to drive to Robinson to get gas, which takes gas to get gas. It's just, yeah. Also, like, you know, when you want a quick little snackety snack, you can't go anywhere because Sheetz is closed. Especially, like, late at night, you know. Sheetz was the only thing that was open, and then it closed. So then I couldn't get any late night snacks.
I couldn't get my snacks while I was getting gas. The other gas stations didn't really have as much choices. It also cost me a little bit more because I had to go farther.
I was concerned about where I would get gas, but I was also concerned about where I would get food because I would go there late at night because our caf closes so early. So now I drive 2 freshmen to Wendy's at least once a week. So.
I ended up having to go to fast food restaurants instead, like Wendy's or McDonald's a lot more, instead of going to Sheetz because I didn't want to drive.
All in all, Sheetz was welcomed back with open arms alongside mass amounts of people craving their favorite Sheetz delicacy. For RMU Century Media, I'm Terrion Bell.
Thank you, Terrion. And it was a long 6 months for us RMU students, Sam.
Oh yeah, I was really sad because, you know, with the cafeteria hours shortened now, I'm part of the bowling team. We have practices that go beyond the cafeteria hours, so we would just stop at Sheetz right after practice, but then that was closed, so then we didn't have an option to anywhere to eat after practice. So it was rough for 6 months.
Yeah, you know, it was just interesting not having Sheetz all freshman year. We had it, and then just trying to not just having like a late night option was always nice to have. But as the one person sent in the package, what's your favorite snacky snack?
My favorite snacky snack from Sheetz has to be those the roasted nuts that they have right by the checkout. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. I could have like 6 packs of them. Although it's not good for me, but they are so good.
Yeah,
what about you?
The MTO is usually where I go. I like a chicken wrap, but you know, you were saying earlier about your favorite Sheetz order. What is that?
Oh, so honestly, I'm a big burger enthusiast. The burgers at Sheetz are top notch. I mean, for me, you know, I get an egg on my burger, a little lettuce, a little onion, a little bit of pickle as well. Sometimes, if I'm feeling like it, I'll get a double patty too. So, you know, calling a big time shot right there with the double patties.
You're getting a little wild there, Sam. You might need to calm down.
So let's grab a look at the COVID numbers here at RMU. There are currently 5 students and 0 employees in quarantine, and there are 6 students and 0 employees, or excuse me, 5 students and 0 employees in isolation, and 6 students and 0 employees in quarantine. Individuals in isolation have tested positive for COVID-19. Individuals in quarantine have shown symptoms and are awaiting test results or have been exposed to an infected person. The number of people in isolation and quarantining includes both those doing so in campus housing and off-campus housing, or in the case of employees, their homes.
It's going to be a busy weekend in sports, so let's take a look at what's going down for the Colonials. The men's lacrosse team will be home tomorrow as they hosting Drexel. The team is coming off 3 wins in the last 4 games. The men's soccer team will be playing 2 games this week as they host Damien and Lock Haven. Tomorrow, next week, they hit the road to take on Akron. Also, the women's lacrosse team will be hosting Cincinnati at noon. They're coming off a win at Youngstown State and Central Michigan. The softball team will be hosting UIC today and tomorrow. Next week, they'll host in-city rival Pitt as they begin their home this year. The track team will head to the Carnegie Mellon Invitational tomorrow, as well as the Mountaineer Classic. Finally, on Sunday, the rowing team will head to George Mason to finish off the weekend.
Robert Morris is hosting their annual Accepted Students Day tomorrow, all around campus. Accepted Students Day is when students who have been accepted to Robert Morris University will get a chance to visit campus and get to see all the clubs and organizations that RMU has to offer. Students will get a chance to see what Creek life is like, and will get a chance to talk to other students around the university. So if you see an unfamiliar face on Saturday, be friendly and say hi.
Are you interested in the Rooney Scholar, Dr. Maria Fontaine? Then the Women in Power the WLMP has the event for you. Together with the global engagement, join the Women History Month presentation for Dr. Maria Fontaine and the Game Studies Diversity, going beyond the traditional approaches. This event is set for Global Engagement Explorers Program. Coffee and pastries will be provided at the weekly atrium Wednesday for March 3rd, from 3 to 9 a.m. Make sure to head out and say hi to Dr. Fontaine. Also, make sure to check out RMU Century Media. There's more information about Dr. Fontaine there, so make sure to check the article out.
The National Council of Negro Women and the Multicultural Student Services are hosting a EmpowerHER Brunch on Saturday, March 26th. The brunch will be an opportunity for women to connect on the campus of Robert Morris University, and the event will have a catered brunch and raffle prizes at the door. Make sure to RSVP on Revolution.
Women in Business will be hosting an AASUW Smart Salary Negotiation Workshop. It will be on Tuesday, March 31st from 5 to 6 p.m. Join for a Women's History Month workshop with the American Marketing Association, University of Women, about negotiating salary in the workforce. This event will be online. Make sure to check Revolution for more information and for a chance to RSVP. It should be a great event and a great discussion. Make sure to get your spot and check it out.
Residence Life is hosting a car basic event this Saturday at 2 p.m. in the Marshall parking lot. Students will learn how to jump a dead car battery, how to fill up windshield washer fluid in their car, and other important skills for their car. This is an event that you should go to because you never know when your car could have a problem. If your car does have a problem, you will know how to fix it if you go to this event. I recommend going to this event because just having this knowledge could help you save money on your car.
The RMU bands will be having an auxiliary showcase. Come join the RMU Auxiliary as they host their spring showcase. You can watch perform from the RMU Dance, the Team, the Winter Guard, Majorette Squad, and it's from Sunday to 2 to 4 p.m. in the North Athletic Complex. Make sure to come out and support the band. It should be a good time. And good luck to the band as they put on this show. This event should be a busy one because they ask you to bring your own portable chair. Seating is limited. See if you can make it and see if you can get a seat. It should be a good time for everyone.
Gamers, unite. The Top Secret Colonials are hosting the Spring 2022 24-hour gaming marathon to raise money for charity. The event will take place in the Wheatley Atrium at 10 a.m. and will go 24 hours and will end on the next day, Sunday, at 10 a.m., hence the 24-hour event. Students will have an opportunity to earn SEC credit for this event as well. I cannot wait to have fun playing video games for a good cause.
The Sports Management Association will be hosting Dodge the Dart tonight at 5:30. Charity Glow in the Dark Dodgeball Tournament benefiting the Mario Lemieux Foundation. The event starts at 5:30 in the Rec Center. Free food and drinks will be provided. Raffle prizes and special appearance by Iceberg will also be included. It will be in the Rec Center and free food will be included. Sam and I both have a team. We both will be there. So come out and see if you can get us out. Good luck to all the teams in action later today. When we come back, we'll be talking about events coming up in Pittsburgh this weekend and next week.
Stay tuned here on RMU Focus.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
To get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
And welcome back to RMU Focus. Pittsburgh was very busy last week. On Tuesday, the Penguins hosted the Blue Jackets. The two Metro Division foes went at it, and the Pens were able to cruise to an easy 5-1 victory. All last weekend, March Madness came to PPG Paints Arena as Villanova and Houston were the two lucky teams to come out of Pittsburgh out of the 8 that showed up. Then on Sunday, there was a brunch for St. Patrick's Day. Get a taste of the Emerald Island this St. Patrick's Day at the National Aviary. Enjoy relaxing brunch with a delectable menu prepared by Atria's Specialty Catering.
After a 2-year hiatus, the Japanese Film Fest made a return to Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Japanese Film Festival is a 2-week celebration of the unique and exciting films coming out of Japan, hosted at the Row House Cinema. The festival features everything from the contemplative and methodical Tokyo Story to the bombastic roller coaster ride One Cut of the Dead. There is still time to go to the festival as the Week 2 pass is on sale. If you'd like to go get a pass, go to www.happeningnext.com, event 2022 Pittsburgh Japanese Film Fest.
There will be a Humanities Festival in Pittsburgh this week, and Pittsburgh Cultural District, the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, and the Humanities Center at the Carnegie Mellon University welcomes you to the Pittsburgh Humanities Festival, presented by citizens, internationally acclaimed artists, and performers. We'll join community leaders, academics, and change makers from Pittsburgh and beyond. Enjoy carefully curated thought performing, mix imitating conventions, learn about the city's history, policies, politics, Kennywood, racial inequalities, drag culture, Shakespeare, food, art, more, and as we explore what it means to be human.
There is a wellness workshop happening Sunday at Kingfly Spirits at 2613 Smallman Street. The workshop will help people find their inner spirit. Alyssa Lukács from Aether Yoga Studio will star with an all-levels 30-minute heart-opening flow to energize the body and awake the mind, followed by a guided meditation led by Britt Durazio of Sovereign Creative Wellness. This is an event that I need to attend because I need to find my inner self. North Hills High School is putting on the show Once Upon a Mattress. Once Upon a Mattress is about how Queen Agrivian decreed no couples could marry until her son, Prince Dauntless, found a bride. Princesses came from far and wide to win the hand of the prince, but none could pass the impossible tests given to them by the queen. That is until the shy swan princess Winifred the Woebegone showed up. Would she be able to pass the sensitivity test, marry her prince, and help Lady Larkin and Sir Harry to the altar? The show is happening today and tomorrow at 7:30, and tickets are $12 for adults and $7 for students and senior citizens.
Spring is in the air, and Phipps has you covered. Spring Flower Show always brings a welcoming burst of color after a cold gray Pittsburgh winter, and this year's Spring Flower Show, Sunshine and Rainbows, promises even more vibrant than ever. These delightful displays are a must-see to jumpstart your season of renewal with props including a glowing sun and cascades of rainwater, and blooming renegade red to violet with fuchsia, peach, indigo, and more in between. Your senses will be dazzled when they need it the most.
With Easter right around the corner, the Wagsburgh event is happening this Sunday. You can bring your kids and pets to get pictures with the Easter Bunny. However, you must have an appointment to get your picture taken. All they ask is that you give a small donation to the Rabbit Wranglers Foundation, an organization that rescues and fosters rabbits. For more information on how to register, visit www.eventbrite.com/photos with the Easter Bunny March 27th tickets. Have you ever wanted to travel to Ireland and experience what it's like, but don't have the money to travel? Well, the Carnegie Science Center has you covered as they are premiering the showing of Ireland in 2D and 3D. Narrated by Liam Nelson, experience the Emerald Isles without leaving the Steel City, from seeing the Book of Kells at Trinity College Library to soaring over the giant causeway. You'll develop a whole new appreciation for the city's rich cultural heritage. Follow 4 teens as they explore their own heritage and genealogy. Tickets are $7, and to purchase them, go to www.carnegiescience.org/Rango's Giant Cinema Ireland.
The Pittsburgh Sunset Paddleboard Tour is going to take place today from 1 to 11:30. This 2-hour sunset paddleboard is on the edge of America and considered to be one of the best sports in the world. Watch the sunset art and our seafarers start off the basics of how to paddle from your guide, and you'll be paddling comfortably in no time. Our guides are lifeguard certified trained, so you can be assured that our guides are going to be able to handle anything. After a break, we'll discuss the best places to be this weekend.
You won't want to miss it here on RMU Focus.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Volver a vivir esos momentos comienza con protegerlos contra el COVID-19 y sus peligrosas variantes nuevas. Obtén la información más reciente en detidepende.org o consulta con tu pediatra o proveedor de servicios médicos.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yes.
Welcome back to RMU Focus. We're going to tell you where you need to be this weekend. Mine is the Dodge Dark event. Sam, it's going to be a great event. It's for charity, and plus it's dodgeball in the dark. That sounds super fun, and I really want to win for the Mayor Lemieux jersey, but what about you?
My place to be, it's PPG Paints, but it's not where you would expect. It's for WWE Monday Night Raw coming to Pittsburgh. It's the last Raw before WrestleMania, and It's going to be exciting. Stone Cold Steve Austin can make an appearance. So many more characters, from Seth Rollins to Kevin Owens. It should be an absolutely incredible atmosphere. Anything can happen, from title changes with a week before WrestleMania.
That sounds like it's going to be a good time. Absolutely insane. Is there anything else this weekend that you're excited for?
So for me personally, wrapping up the bowling season here, last tournament going all the way out to Ohio to participate in the final tournament of the year. So I am very excited for that. What about you, Colby?
Just more March Madness and Dodge the Dark event, but it's been definitely a great show here for us today. Thank you for joining us here on RMU Focus. For everybody upstairs, Evan Lufinger, our producer, Nathan Kingston, our floor director, Sam Goldberg, I'm Colby Sherwin. We will see you next week.